What is going on, people? Welcome to the Midwest Mike Sports Show. I am your host, Mike Klean, and I am joined here by the one and only man, myth, the legend, Midwest Mike.
What's going on, brother? Give me 1 sec. Actually, I just got to grab my charger.
You got it, buddy. You got it, buddy. So last night, coming in with a fantastic night, +6 units, starting the month off right.
Yes, sir.
We got our guy Raphael in the house. Good morning to you, sir.
Probably not, Raphael. We got enough riding on it. Plus, we'll be betting on the individual games this series on a 9-0 NBA run. Probably most likely have a 3-unit NBA play of the day. I just loaded an MLB play of the day. Had a 2-0 play of the day sweep yesterday. So let's keep it rolling.
Let's keep it rolling, man. Been hot in the NBA. We got our boy Roger Mason in the house.
What's up, brother?
What up, Raj? How you doing, my man? So how you coming in, Mike? New month. You feeling good? Talk to me.
Yeah, I mean, last Monday, I posted a thing and was just talking about how I think it's been a big adjustment since quitting my job in January. And since that happened, what I started doing is, now that I'm not working, is trying to do my full card at night and figure everything out the night before, have everything posted. I'm done for the day, but I always keep looking at stuff and all that. And that's what I did for a while, unfortunately, and it wasn't working. And then on last Sunday, that's when I realized, like, I think I'm posting stuff too early, because like that one day there was an NBA game and I liked like the total more than the side, and it's just a mess. So I posted a thing and just said, hey, going forward, stuff might be posted a little bit later. And then we had a hell of a week last week. We, 6 out of 7 winning days, bunch of units, finished up over 40 units last week. So yep. I just got to be patient and just let the card come to me. And that's pretty much it, man, because as the day goes on, there's stuff changes, especially in the NBA, there's injuries, just line movements, reading line movements and all that stuff. Yep. So it just got to be patient. So
100%.
Even a little bit yesterday, honestly, like last night, I was really, really, really liking the Tigers and the Blue Jays. Like those probably could have been almost 3-unit plays for me. But
yep.
Yesterday I kind of had everything up early. I mean, we still went 4-2. It was a good day, but yesterday kind of sucked because stuff started early, so I had to kind of and I liked some early stuff, so I kind of had to do a parlay of the day and stuff early on.
Right.
Had everything been at night last night, it probably would have been a better night, because I would have waited. The parlays would have been a little different. Which I think we lost 2 or 3 by one leg. And we did cash one. The race came back. So, and it sucks the Yankees, man. It sucks they got postponed, because that was like 0.4 units to win 4 units. That was a hell of a big payday on a parlay. But we got 3 of the 4 legs. The one pushed, and it still paid 2.4 units. So.
Right. Yeah, man, definitely. And I love the new, actually getting back to the old way, like you said. And it's all about figuring it out. It's a one big puzzle now that you're figuring it out, man. It's fantastic. And to go with that, today you guys will be receiving an email from us, a little email blast about what we got going on. It's a promotion on the monthly to start the new month. We're in the green already. Promo code is going to be June 25. 25% off on the monthly VIP package. But, Mike, what does it also come with?
June 25, 25% off the month. And if you use this promo code, it has to be this promo code. If we don't profit in June, you'll get July free. So it just comes with some insurance backing as well. But
Yep.
we're off to a good start, up over 6 units on the month. The month got started yesterday. Look to keep that rolling here today.
Yep, exactly. And monthly VIP is definitely one of our most popular packages and memberships. And people know month after month, that's what we strive for here. Well, actually, every single day, but month after month is really where the profits start to gain and go. So I think that this is a great one, and take advantage of it if you want that backing, a little insurance on it. So I really, really like that spot. NBA Finals start tonight.
Yes, sir.
I'm ready. I
Yeah.
am so ready. Do you have a Finals MVP pick? Because I have one, but I can't give it out.
Go ahead.
All right. So I think Klay Thompson is a very good value play on the MVP.
What's the odds on that?
Plus 1,500 on Klay.
No way.
Yeah. So you
Wow.
got, well, last time I checked, I'm not sure if it changed, but a couple days ago it was Steph Curry plus 110, Tatum plus 170. And then the last one that I remember was Klay plus 1,500.
Wow. Well, you'd have to take
Telling
Tatum
you.
if you think the Celtics are going to win it, but
Right.
if you think the Warriors are going to win it, you'd have to. Yeah, I mean Thompson's clearly the value there for sure.
Started to heat up in the last series. There we saw him kind of just come back into the Klay Thompson mode. He kind of struggled a little bit at
Game 6 Klay or whatever they're calling
Game
him.
6 Klay. He had little glimpses here and there throughout the playoffs. He struggled a little bit. But the guy hasn't really played in 2 years. I mean, he kind of been really taking his time getting back in the swing of things. Now he's back basically playing full time. I love it. I think it's great. I think it's great value. If he fucking keeps going,
1,500 is insane, man.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
I'd have to side with you there. I haven't really looked at the finals MVP stuff or anything like that. Obviously, we got our big futures out there.
Right.
Risking 1,500 to win 10 grand, 1.5 units to win 10 on the Warriors. But let's get this one. Last year had the Suns. They made it to the finals, but lost to the Bucks. And we actually had that at plus 1,500 last year on the Suns. So the Warriors this year, I think, is plus 650. Put it in November 14th or 21st, something like that. But put it in early on in the year. And they're back. I had 2 futures pretty much. I had put one in on the Suns and one on the Warriors. And yeah, so.
Yep, we definitely want to cash that one. Cam Wilson lean on the NBA Finals tonight. Do you got any lean spots? You said you got one play coming up, right?
Yeah. I mean, I got probably most likely a play of the day on it, so I can't really talk about that. But if you're in the Telegram, I may have a lean like on the total or something like that later on. So not sure if you're in the Telegram or not, but if I have any leans there, I will give it out there later on. But just goes back to what I was just talking about. I'm just waiting a little bit here. There's a lot of question marks here right now. So I think Smart's off the injury report right now. But there's a few guys questionable for Golden State. There's still a couple guys questionable for Boston. But yeah, I may even have a play on the total too. Who knows? We'll see.
You've been rocking those totals, man. You've been rocking those totals for sure.
Yeah, 9-0 NBA playoff run is nice. So
hell yeah, man.
Gotta keep it rolling. So
yes, sir. And as always, guys, if you have any other games that you want us to talk about, whether that be in the MLB, NHL, whatever you want Mike's 2 cents on, if he can give it, throw it in there. We got Big Mike in the house. He's saying the portal is down. I'm looking into it right now as we speak. So a little multitasking here. But Big Mike, what up? How you doing, my man?
Yeah, I'm posting a second parlay here right now, and everything seems to be working fine.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'm trying to log in just to my account because I try to make sure everything's working right for everybody. He's saying,
Actually,
"Let's get it today, boys. Let's get
yeah.
it."
What about the hockey game? I probably won't have a play on it tonight, but I kind of lean Edmonton plus 140, plus 150,
Hmm.
whatever your book has. I had Edmonton puck line in a parlay, game one, which they're covering until a minute left, and then Colorado got the empty netter.
Right.
Um, but I think game one, is kind of a feeling out game, see how each team's going to attack one another and everything. And
Hmm.
Edmonton shows, I mean, they can definitely score. They can keep up. It's just a matter of their goaltending showing up and limiting. Because, I mean, it's insane. Edmonton would score, and then literally 30 seconds later, the Avs would just answer back right away every time. You can't win games doing
Yep.
that. So
Hmm.
just depends if their goaltending can show up or not. But if they can play somewhat good in the net tonight, I think they got a decent shot at winning. I think there's value on the money line there at the plus money for sure.
Yeah, no doubt, man. And what about the
Edmund,
game last night, man? I mean, I can't believe the Rangers just. I mean, I can
you know what?
believe it, but they
I
smacked them.
almost took the. I like the ring. I lean the Rangers. I lean the over, but it was just such a Tampa had so much time off, so that's why I kind of like the Rangers. But yet it's still Tampa. It was New York going to be tired after the Game 7 series. There's this. I I had leans, but I didn't. Nothing good
Right.
enough to put a play out there or anything.
Yep.
But I think the Rangers could give Tampa a run for their money here, man. They got a ton of momentum. I mean,
Ton.
ton of momentum. They got one of the best goaltenders. Obviously, Tampa
Yep.
has a great goaltender as well. Not knocking him at all, but and I just like to see somebody else win than Tampa.
Yeah. I mean, on one hand, yes, but I think on the other hand, it's like I'm always the guy that appreciates great teams and
Yeah,
teams that can do it as long as they can possibly do it. The longevity of it, really. Like the
this
Warriors in the finals, not only because we have a future on it, but because I want to see them now win it without Durant because there was so much narrative that Durant was there and that's why they won it, blah, 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 blah. I want this main squad to go win another one. I think it'd be pretty cool if the Lightning can potentially go for 3 straight. I mean, that'd be
they're
awesome.
they're just getting old, man.
I
So this
know, and
is
and and
probably
that's the thing. It reminds me so much of the Blackhawks, man. How it
yeah,
was so great for
yeah,
little bit of time, which is a long time to them. I mean, these Stanley Cup runs are unbelievably tough on these players. Not to mention they had Olympics at that time and all that other stuff. But I mean, it reminds me so much of the Blackhawks that I know what Tampa's going through right now, and it's just like hold on to every game because it's going downhill at some point.
yeah, yeah.
Like they're not even going to be competitive if these old guys just say, you know what, man, say they win. We won 3. Come on.
The
What
the
else is
Warriors though, they're stacked, man. They're
I
freaking
know.
stacked.
Yep.
I mean, you got obviously you got Curry, Thompson, Green, but now you add Wiggins in there, who's still younger. You got Jordan Poole, who's a
Yep.
freaking stud, man. Dude's a
Yep.
stud.
He is.
Uh Jaden saying it's down too.
Yeah, it is down. I am getting on with support as we speak. So we will get that back up and running. This has happened before and they fix it very quickly. So um sorry about that, guys. And we will definitely post up when it's back up and running. Nelson is asking about the over on that game.
On what game?
On which game, Nelson? Throw that back in there.
The hockey game? I mean, it's hard not to take the over, but again, it depends on goaltending. You see these games that have a shit ton of goals, and then kind of like that Calgary series when I went on the under and there's reverse line movement. That was that Sunday when I was talking about liking other stuff later in the day. I liked the under there, hit it at 7, and then I saw everyone was pounding the over. I saw the reverse line movement. The line moved to 6.5, and once I saw that, I loved it. And sure as shit, the under hit. So
Yep.
I mean, you're paying a lot of juice on the over. I guess game one is probably the game to take the over. Both teams is coming out
Right.
running and gunning, but I don't see it hitting every single game.
No.
Me personally, I see more value on Edmonton tonight. That's probably my favorite lean on the game.
Yeah.
But the world's going to be on the over on every single game, but you just got to pick your spots with it, I guess. And tonight, I'd probably stay away from the total. If I did bet it, I'd actually probably take the plus money on the under. But
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you got to expect that you're not going to have this many goals. I mean, every single game. I mean, game one, I guess you can see it. They're kind of feeling each other out. Smith he was playing good. I mean, he was due kind of for a bad game. He had it, so hopefully he can bounce back tonight. Both goalies got pulled. They pulled Kemper. So yeah.
Yep.
The Dodgers. I actually think the Dodgers are a sharp play tonight. I think the Pirates was kind of a look ahead spot. I think it's going to be a great series. I think there will be, a game or two of the series to take the Mets. Do I think it's tonight though? No. Tony Gonsolin's probably one of the most underrated pitchers in the league, and I think he's one of, if not the best pitcher for the Los Angeles Dodgers right now. The dude's like 5-0 with a 1-something ERA. The dude's a stud, and I don't think the Mets have ever seen him. And the Mets, they just came off that Washington series, which, okay, you beat the Nationals, so what? And the Dodgers are kind of historically known to bounce back after little mini losing streaks like that. So I think it was a look ahead spot with Gonsolin on the mound. I would back the Dodgers tonight. Yep. There's probably going to be other spots to back the Mets, but with Walker and Gonsolin, the pitching matchup goes to Gonsolin. Dodgers are still at home. They didn't have to travel. The Mets had to travel, all that stuff. So, and that's going from the East Coast to the West Coast. So I like the Dodgers in this spot, pitching. They did get some hits last night. The series, they're just struggling. They're getting walked. They're getting, hits here and there. They just weren't getting hits with runners in scoring position. But with a team as talented as the Dodgers, that's not going to continue for 4, 5, 6, 7 games or something like that. It just doesn't happen. So I expect the Dodgers to bounce back in a big way. I think the line is -160, -170 for a reason. But most of the time when you back the Dodgers, you take the run line because most of the games when they win by 2+. So I'm not a -170 guy. I would take the run line if I took it, or maybe first 5 -0.5.
Right.
That would be my look there. But yeah, I think the Dodgers is actually a pretty sharp play tonight.
I love it, man. We got our guy Mac Drizzy Dre in the house. What up, Mac Drizzy Dre?
What's up?
We have missed
Been a
you,
while.
sir.
Yeah, how you doing?
We have definitely missed him in the chat. Jaden, he wants some more player props from you, and he's giving a shout out to Johnny Depp for winning his trial. I don't know if you were paying attention to that, Mike, but
yeah, he got awarded 10 and 5, but the $5 million is capped at 300,000 or something. So he pretty much got a little over 10 million, and she got 2. So
right.
Yeah.
Well, I think the biggest win for him was, one, getting Story out there. Because the narrative was flipped on him that he was the bad guy, which ended up making him lose deals and Pirates of the Caribbean and stuff like that. And now I think those opportunities are going to open back up for him. So we might see Pirates, 6 is it? I think 6, 7. I'm not sure what number they're on, but maybe we'll see Captain Jack.
There's not even a spot now for like daily, weekly, each portal. That's gone from this part.
Mamma mia. Okay. Well, we got to get on that for sure. So we might actually cut this a little short today, boys. Baseball, free play. You got one. If you don't, any games you want to touch on other than the Dodgers?
I mean, it's whatever they want to talk about. I got a 3-unit play up. I do have, which is middle of the afternoon game. I do have an early afternoon game. And then I have tonight, I have a total on a game. That's all posted right now. I will have an NBA coming. I will have more MLB coming. Probably won't have a play on the ice. Maybe if I like Edmonton that much, might touch them. But there are a couple other MLB spots that I like a lot that I'm just waiting for lineups and that kind of stuff. But yeah, let's look at the MLB card here quick.
James P, what up? Why is this site down? I'm not too sure. We're on chat with our website host as we speak. So as soon as we know something, we'll get that back up and announce it for you guys. Like I said, we might have to cut the show a little short just so I can focus on that. If it takes too long here. We got our guy Austin in the house, taking the Tigers over the Twinkies today, Mike.
I had the Tigers yesterday. Today, I don't know. Today, I'd probably lean Twins on that game. But yeah, Twins and maybe the over is kind of my leans on that game today, but just leans. Don't have a play on it. I love the Tigers yesterday. Love the Tigers yesterday. Love the Blue Jays yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. But yeah. There, and then you got that Yankees-Angels game. I had probably lean Yankees. Not touching it. The Giants-Miami game is kind of intriguing to me. Side or total there. The Reds-Nationals. The Seattle-Baltimore game. Seattle's slumping, man. Seattle's slumping, and Chris Flexen is not that guy. The Cubs game is intriguing to me too. Kind of lean Cubs there versus the Cardinals, but we'll see.
You lean the Cubbies, huh?
Yeah, I mean Keegan Thompson versus this however you say his name, the Libator.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude's walked a ton of people. Cubs are playing all right.
They are. They're doing better than I expected. I will say, because obviously everybody knows the sell-off that they did last year. All their main guys from the World Series and all that.
You got Keegan Thompson, who's 5-0 with a 1.58 ERA, 103 WHIP in 40 innings. He's given up 30 hits, has 35 strikeouts, 3 home runs, and walked 11. And then you got this Libator, who's only pitched 9.2 innings. He's given up 9 hits, walked 5 in 9.2 innings, and 1 homer. So, although it is the Cardinals, though they're obviously good. But yeah, this guy, he did pitch well against the Brewers in his last start. Gave up 2 hits in 5 innings, but then his first start and under 5 innings gave up 7 hits, 4 earned runs to the Pittsburgh Pirates. So, yikes.
Should be interesting, my man.
Mm-hmm.
Should be interesting for sure. What else do we got? Anybody have a specific game that
they're saying it's back up now.
It's back up. All right.
Can anyone else confirm that? Let me see if and I can do my shit on here now too. So we should be good.
All right, beautiful. See, I told you guys. Sometimes it happens like that, but it's very short.
I am posting a second parlay here that does start earlier as well, not as early as the first game. So you'll see that here in a second. If you don't already, it's posted in half the portals.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Jaden saying, loving the profit consistency as of late, starting to get back in the groove.
Like I said, Jaden, honestly, it was just one little tweak. And all it was nothing off, nothing. It was just me just literally trying to do my card the night before. And there's other shit that I like way more the next day or later on in the day. So that's literally all it was. And you guys got to understand from my perspective too, it's been a big adjustment. You know what I mean? And I always used to post stuff, early on. But when I was working, I had less time and all that stuff. So I was forced to do stuff more during the day of, the games and stuff.
Right.
And that's what kind of made me realize that, because I'm like, well, what's changed? And that's really the only thing, besides quitting my job, that's the only thing that really changed from that aspect. I mean, I always dig into stuff the night before, and I'm a night owl and doing all that. That never changed. But so
Right.
now what I'm kind of doing is put my stuff together that I like the night before, and then waiting till the next day, kind of go through it again, make sure that I still like it. And it kind of sucks. I mean, on the one total today, we would have had a half run better, closing line value on it, but we still have a half run closing line value on it anyways. So it's better though, just to be sure about it, than putting it up and then,
Yep.
I'm just glad we got that. We cashed the Braves easily, that POD. But I don't know if you guys were watching that Red Sox game, but we had over 4.5 team total. They had 4 in the 4th inning.
Mm-hmm.
And then the bottom of the 6th, they had runners on 2nd and 3rd, nobody out, didn't get shit. And then it all came, and they're up, so we weren't going to go into the bottom of the 9th, right? So it all came down to the bottom of the 8th. They got a bunch of walks, and then there was, I think it was with 2 outs. Then we finally, it was with 2 outs. And then Bradley, who the last time they had runners on, he was the last batter to get out, not do shit. So he totally redeemed himself. Drove in 3. I think they won 7-1, and we cashed it in the bottom of the 8th with 2 outs. So that was pretty sweet.
Beautiful.
The Cubs game kind of pissed me off. The Brewers just couldn't get a run in extras, and that's ultimately what screwed that there. But the Rays came back, so we hit that one. The free one posted in the Telegram. So
beautiful. James P saying he's got value, or thinking there's value, on the Oilers and the Celtics tonight.
Yeah, I just talked about the Oilers game. I lean Oilers there for sure. I wouldn't lay minus 180 on the Avs. I wouldn't take them in regulation. I wouldn't take them on the puck line. I think all the value is there on the Oilers. The other game I'm going to have probably a play of the day on, so I can't really talk about that. But I'm with you there on the Oilers for sure, man. I like that. I like that a lot. And like I was talking about earlier, kind of lean the under. I know the whole world's on the over, but now I'm, at least on my book, the over is like juiced to like minus 140 at 7. That's nuts.
Wow.
So you can get some great plus money on the under 7. And I don't think every game in the series is gonna go over. So it might be a good under look tonight.
Yep. And like you said earlier, a spot that they settle in, running and gunning game 1. Now they settle in. You think the Dodgers are going to win it all?
I mean, they got a shot, every year winning it. I may actually do a futures on the Mets. I love the way the Mets are playing right now. And I think at the odds, I think it's close to plus 1,000, plus 800, somewhere in that range. It's going to vary book by book. But at plus 800 or better, I'd be willing to take a stab on the Mets. The Mets look really, really good, and their pitching isn't even healthy right now. They're missing Max right now. They're missing a few guys, but their lineup, I think, can give the Dodgers. I mean, it's not the Dodgers lineup, but when those guys are hitting the ball, they can hit the fucking ball.
Yeah.
So I think if there's somebody to give the Dodgers a run for their money, I think it's the Mets this year. And I want to get that in sooner than later while the value is still there. Because I think even now, seeing what we've seen this early in the season and how good the Mets have performed, that plus 800 isn't going to last long if they keep this up. So
correct.
I think now is the time to lock that in.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I looked for it last night. Maybe it's up now. I'll look, but I'm probably going to do that and I'll post it. It's just this book is weird about having all the games complete before they put it back up, and it wasn't up last night, and then I never checked today again. So,
right.
But what do you guys like for futures? I mean, yeah, I mean the Dodgers. I don't know what the odds are on the Dodgers. I'm sure they're the favorite to win it. I think the Astros are top 2, top 3. The Yankees, Blue Jays are up there. But I think the Mets are pretty much after all those teams, and that's why they're at that plus 800. So
I love me some plus 800.
it's great value on a futures, man. Especially,
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen a lot. It's not like we're 10 games into the season and they're 8-2, and
Right.
then they fall flat on their face. I mean, we know they're an elite team,
Yep.
and that ownership and stuff, they've put the pieces in place to definitely make a run. So I can definitely see them doing that.
Are you thinking about any NHL spots, any future spots with
I was
the
looking
NBA
at
team?
it. I mean, it's hard not to like the Avs. I think whoever wins this series will win it, Edmonton or the Avs. I mean, I like the Avs to win this series, just probably simply because of goaltending. They got a little bit better goaltending.
Right.
But whoever wins this series, I think will win it. But I think I did check that last night. I don't remember what Edmonton was at, but the Avs were at minus 120 to win it all.
Wow.
Which I don't know. I'm not gonna do that now at this point. Minus 120. I can just bet them singly on the games. You know what I mean? And whatever. So
there's not much there, which kind of sucks. But yeah, I kind of like the Avs as well, man. They've been so close like so many years. We talked about it, I think last show. They're so consistent this year as well. So.
Yeah, this has to be their year, man. It's now or
yeah, it's be really tough. Raphael saying Rams are winning back to back. Oh no,
I like that.
No, my friend.
I like that. I had a little Rams futures last year personally. What was stupid though is you got the same odds in September in January before the second playoff game, and it was like plus 650, plus 700. It made absolutely no sense to me. Same odds in September that you get in January when you already know they're in the playoffs. They just didn't like them to really do anything in the playoffs, and that made zero sense to me. But yeah, that was sweet to be there and watch it happen in person, man.
I believe it, man.
Unbelievable.
I believe it, man. Yeah,
I was high on the Rams all last year. You guys, if you're VIP, you know that I was on the Rams a lot, and they treated us pretty well. So
they did. You guys got no love for Tampa Tom? You guys watched the match yesterday? Anybody watch the match? I've been betting on Tom Brady on the match every time he's been in it, other than this time.
Really? How's he doing?
They won it. Rodgers hit a putt. He hit a putt to close it out, which was good. But,
all right.
Yeah. I bet on it every single time, but not this time, and this is the time he wins.
Oh, it's just a one-day thing?
Yeah. It's like a thing on TNT. It's a bunch of charity stuff like that. It's a real cool thing. And I like the interaction. Honestly, they had like a special. So it was the 4 quarterbacks that competed. It was Rodgers, Brady, Mahomes, and Allen. And they had like a whole panel where they talked to them after the match. And it was just real nice, man, to hear these guys talk and get off the field and just they're just competitors, man. And they're really just like us. The more relatable that I feel these athletes get, the more people fall in love with them. So I think it was great to play, and my obsession and love for golf.
Yeah.
So
and Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. So I'm sitting there like this.
Yeah, James, I saw that yesterday. 80%. That's nuts to me. That's crazy. I mean, I do like the Celtics and their defense and all that stuff, and I think this could be the best NBA Finals matchup out of everything. This is the best NBA Finals matchup out of every team. I truly believe that. It should be a great series. I definitely see it going 6-7 games. Which I don't know what the odds are in going 7, but if that's plus money at a decent amount, that might be not a a bad bet either.
I agree.
At Golden State, they're tough to beat at home. They're not as good on the road. Celtics, they've won road games though, so it's going to be
but they
it's going
haven't
to be a
protected their
battle.
house.
No,
So
it's going to be a battle, man. It's going to be a battle. It's
it
going to be
is
good.
going to be a battle, and I'm hoping that we see some closer games because these playoffs have kind of, besides a few, kind of been just one-sided. I mean, it's like team goes up 10-15 early on, and it kind of just stays there.
Yeah. I
Did
think
you
this
see
could
that one thing with Marcus Smart? I guess I saw a video yesterday that they said that they believed that they would have beat the Warriors that one year that the Cavs beat them. So Marcus Smart was saying, I guess back then that Celtics team back then believed that they would have beat the Warriors. I believe that's when Durant was on the team. So
no way.
I mean, that's only firing up crafty veterans that have been there before.
Right.
And you don't want to do that.
That's stupid. Yeah.
You don't want to do that. I think it was an old interview.
Why don't you win one before you say shit like that? Let's
exactly.
Or at least win a fucking NBA Finals game first.
Exactly.
Fuck.
Exactly, man. James P. This is a decent question right here. Hedge future, 1K potential. Would you think about it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to do anything right now. I'm going to feel out the series here, and then, because I really think it'll go that 6-7 games, and then we'll probably have a hedge opportunity down the road here. Mm-hmm. So I'm staying away right now, and I'm a gambler, man. There's definitely going to be spots to pick the Celtics this series. There's going to be spots to pick the Warriors. And as far as hedging, I think that'll be later down the road. Yeah. I'm not going to do it pre-flop here for a few different reasons. But, especially if the Warriors win game one, it's just going to get better. So I'm just feeling out the series here before I do any of that. And then if I do, though, definitely we'll post and talk about it and all that stuff. But I don't think there's any point in hedging yet.
Right.
So just feel out a few games here and go from there.
100%, man. Well, that pretty much concludes today's episode. Mike, do you have any closing notes before we sign off? Maybe touch on that promotion again. I'll throw it up.
Yeah, June 25, 25% off a month. You have to use that promo code. If you use that promo code, which is good right now, if you use that promo code and we do not profit in June, you'll get July free. But honestly, not really worried about that, guys. We finished up over 40 units last week, my first week since I kind of figured shit out here. As I mentioned before, I posted a thing Monday talking about what I think was the problem, and I addressed it, and we won 6 out of 7 days last week. Started the week down, Monday, Tuesday a little bit here, but had a good bounce back day yesterday. Monday was a holiday. It was just a weird day. There was 3 or 4 teams you wouldn't have expected to lose that all lost. We weren't even on all 4 of those games. I'm just saying that just to say it was just a weird day. Holidays are weird too. You know what I mean? Who knows? They're at the bars the night before. They don't give a shit. There's people resting. It's just a weird day. So Monday, whatever. And then Tuesday finished down a little bit, but we got all of it back plus some yesterday. So finished up over 40 yesterday. We're on a 44 and 22 and 2 run, 66, 67%, something like that. Now over the last 10 days. So we're on a hell of a run here. And I just plan on kind of keeping the straight bets, hopefully around that 65+%. Just keep rolling. If I got 6 plays, at least trying to go 4 and 2 at minimum. Each and every day, hopefully throw in a couple 6-0 type days in there. You will have some 2 and 4 type days in there here and there, but yeah, just keep rolling. And then the big thing is piecing together the right combos and the parlays, because that's what, instead of having a 6-unit day like last night, right? hitting those other parlays. Like the Padres was a 10-unit swing, guys, yesterday.
Yeah.
That Cubs over was like a 8-unit swing. So it's just a matter of piecing the right pieces together in the parlays, and then that's what takes you from a 6-unit day to a 20-unit day. I mean, just the Cubs over alone, we would add a 14-unit day. Just the Padres and Cubs, you got a 25-unit day. So it's just a matter of piecing the right stuff together in the parlays. So I'm going to try to do my best job, doing that. And once we catch fire on the parlays and shit, I mean, watch out. That's when you have back 15 to 20 unit nights. And that's when you can go on a major heater. So I think we can go on a bigger heater than we did last week, because last week we even missed some big swing parlays and that kind of stuff too. So it came together last week, but I still think it can come together a little bit better. So that's what I'm going to try to do here this week. So
100%, man. And James, last question here. He said won't have a chance to discuss the hedge opportunity until next week.
Oh no, I will. And I don't know if you're a subscriber to the free Telegram, James, but that's kind of what I'm using right now to communicate with everybody.
Yep.
I also communicate on the portal and all that stuff. So there'll be ways to communicate with you other than the show here. And if you ever have a question, James, send an email to contact@midwestmikesports.com, or just go to the website, fill out the contact us thing. It'll come right to us and we'll get back to you right away. That's the easiest way. So
that is by far the easiest way to contact. And I also made an announcement yesterday. If you guys want to DM, if that is the easiest way to do it, go ahead and DM me, because majority of the time I'm the one answering the emails and trying to, up our customer service and make it the best that it possibly is. So feel free to DM me about any questions that doesn't have to do with plays. If it does have to do with plays, I can relay those to Mike as best as I can, but he is a busy man and we need his focus all on what he does. So I kind of run all the other stuff, all the back end stuff, promo codes, account questions, email questions, all that stuff. So feel free to DM me or contact me directly on Twitter or IG. It's at Mike Klean everywhere. So feel free to do that. And also about the hedge, James B, we could also post a small video. That's a great education piece that if it does come up, Mike, I think we could post a small little clip and post all those up, especially since you got a $10,000 potential winner future on that. So we'll might even post a video on it as well as communicate in the Telegram. Brayton saying he loves the Telegram channel. Fantastic. We're really excited, Mike. It was a great call to bring that to the brand. So
no, and appreciate the feedback. I know some nights I probably am putting too many messages in there and annoying the shit out of people, but like last week it was working. So kind of, I'm not a big superstitious kind of guy, but whatever's working, I'm not going to stop doing. So
exactly,
it's all about winning, whatever the fuck it takes. So let's go.
Exactly. Even if it's wearing the same damn outfit, not washing it for 4 months, gotta do it. You have no choice. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys make the show what it is. Thank you so much for interacting with us. As always, invest wisely and let's live freely.